UPB, OptionMillionaires.com. Good morning. It's before the open, the market open on August 8th, 2013. Today is Thursday. If you're trading weekly stock options, they expire tomorrow. Going to be a lucrative gain if you can get a stock that's going to move in a significant fashion, as I think this is a chart of Apple, as I think Apple will. Apple has continually pulled back to the support, formerly resistance, and now looks poised to continue the move that we started at the end of June. This move will bring the stock over $500, filling gaps along the way, and ultimately resting itself over $700 a share by the end of the year. That's what I see happening. Ultimately, making new all-time highs, and from there, it's anybody's guess. We'll have to reassess. But that's what I think is going to happen. And as the stock gains in value, the analysts who were bearish on the decline from the September 2012 lows will start changing their tune. And the reason I'll bring this up just for the last time, see the move up from 2003 consolidated. I think the move up from 2009 and this consolidation from 2012, again, will spring another bullish trend. So right now we're just looking for over $700. So again, if you're going to trade Apple, I'd remain on the call side, remain for upside. If we do break below this 460 level, to the downside, obviously that's going to change the picture, and we'll have to reassess that as well. But for now, we remained above this support level, hit it, bounced, and I think we're headed for higher prices. How about Tesla? Tesla, this chart really doesn't show the full picture. It's down almost 6% on Wednesday, but reported earnings after the bell, and the earnings vaulted the stock 15% higher. It currently is at 155, a great move. Goldman Sachs came out a couple weeks ago and said, "Oh, we're telling our clients to sell. It's an awful stock," and it fell down to about 109, I believe it was, and has rallied. And then this candle here was Citron Research, came out and said, "Oh, I'm shorting the stock. Oh my goodness." It's kind of like, send don't stand in front of a freight train, please. Come on. I mean, look at this chart. And then today, we're up 15, 16%. And somebody asked me, "Oh, what do you think is going to happen today?" I don't know. I look at the chart, and I see. To me, it looks like $230 is coming. Just a matter of when. And then if you look at the amount of people that are continually shorting the stock, the short percentage as of July 15th is almost 30%. So 30% of the action, the trading volume, people are short this stock at an amazing clip, considering the run-up it's had. And so as it gets higher, they're salivating more. Apparently these people have a lot of money to waste or to burn. And to me, that's just going to make this rally even more explosive. We're going to get that short covering rally over $200 at some point. So that's Tesla, and I think the calls are going to work out nice. Obviously, for anyone who traded them prior to earnings. And let's move on. We have earnings from a couple companies tonight. MCP, RAX. Let's go to RAX space here. The symbol is RAX. I like this for upside, at least to fill this gap here above 50 and possibly move up. And ultimately, this gap up here from the 72.50 level is going to get filled. I like the calls. The 52.50s are 45 cents at the close on Wednesday. So I think they're going to be a nice little play there for earnings. And I think the stock could certainly head over $55 by tomorrow, which should be Friday. So that's rack space. And we have Priceline after the bell. Priceline, a lot of analysts upgrading the stock. You can see it from a longer-term perspective. Has been in a couple channels. We were in a channel in 2011 to 2012. We blasted higher into another channel from 2012 to 2013. Are we in another blast area here? That's what it looks like to me. We're at the start of the blast area, which probably is going to send a stock over $1,000, and then we're going to get in that $1,000 area, and we're going to consolidate probably for 3 to 6 months before we do another blast. Because with all the central banks printing money, and what we've learned over the last 5 years is that these central banks are so good at kicking the can down the road, meaning any kind of volatile news, anything that's going to drag the market lower, it does initially, but the central banks come in, save the day, kick the can down the road. European zone's going to collapse. No, it's not. We're going to kick the can down the road. And that's what they've been doing so good at. the last couple years. So you can look at any chart that's been bullish since the lows in 2008 and 2009 and look at the trend. You got to stick with it. You got to stick with it until the central bankers, it's become apparent that their magical powers, they're manipulating currency, they're manipulating market powers, they're buying bonds and treasuries, and mortgage-backed security powers are just gone. They'll reach a point at some time in the near future. And when I say near, I'm talking a year or two, not 5 or 7 years. So I'm thinking a couple years, 1 or 2 years, that the central banks will finally run out of power, and these charts that are just so bullish will suddenly turn, and that's going to be a great profitable opportunity for people buying the puts, meaning downside. But for now, gotta stick to the trend. That's my opinion. All right, UPB here. So I like Rax, Tesla, Apple, Priceline. I think it's going to continue. It's going to break over $1,000 possibly on the earnings report this week, but it's not something you can trade via options. We might want to wait until the next day. I'm actually hoping for a little bit of a pullback, maybe a modest reaction to Priceline's earnings report. Maybe it opens at 900, and then we can pile into the calls for the 3 to 5% move higher on Friday. All right, UPB here from OptionMillionaires.com. Just wanted to bring it up also. Running a new contest at OptionMillionaires.com. The details will be on the blog. Let you know exactly what it's all about. But for the most part, it's posting in the forum charts, all you chart wizards out there. All right, UPB. Everyone have a great trading day. It's going to be interesting to watch Tesla soar. Goodbye.